No, no dramatic countdown. Wise guys. I'm here. I'm just trying to get things loaded up. Things just do not want to cooperate today. So what do I want to chat about today? There we go. Evening, everyone. I was hoping that gentleman that joined during the premiere join us tonight. I know he's asking about those energy logs, those North Idaho energy logs. Try to give him a little more information on it instead of in the chat. Have I gotten the plow and sander off? Not yet. No, I have not. Not yet. They're calling for up to another 2 inches on Tuesday up here, Monday night into Tuesday for snow. I don't think it's going to stick around, but also all my contracts, I have to guarantee the truck is ready to go. My contracts go November 15th to April 15th, so I have to keep the truck ready. Any update regarding tariffs and pricing? As of right now, I haven't heard much. What I have heard is a 10% across the board, is what I have heard so far. Now, it depends on uh, how anal they're going to get on stuff. I have no idea. But right now, what I've heard is a 10%. I did look up the tariff rates. See if I can't find one. Actually, come over here. Why am I going way over there? Cut it out. I think. Cut it out. Where was it? I think it was an 04. I'm telling you, look at 04 number. See, this is like all seafood. Yeah, king crab. No, I'm looking for wood pellet. Two-ton of woods, Maine Woods or Wood and Sons, Mr. Somebody. Wood and Sons. Okay, yep. You'll be happy with those. You'll find out the Wood and Sons burn pretty good. You'll find the Vermont. I'm not putting anything down. I'm just going by actual experiences and stuff like that. Wood and Sons is a good product. You'll find Vermont burns hotter and cleaner than the Wood and Sons, but there is absolutely nothing wrong with either product. All right, here we go. See, here it is. It's a 44. Okay, I thought it was an 04, but it was a 44. It doesn't give me the tariff rate yet because it says U.S. It says general free, but I think it's 10. I think I was told it was 10%. Sawdust, wood waste, scrap, briquettes, pellets. Yeah, they're right there. Okay, why is this all? Probably because I'm not a. No, that's why. Because I'm not a paid member. It's fine. As I said, I do believe it's, as of right now, it's a 10% tariff on it. Yeah, I don't go with that. No. As of right now, I'm just gonna say general rule of thumb is a 10%. Is again, that's what I've heard. What was it again? 44. Oh, 131. Any more talk about that getting that new business? Not yet. As I said, right now it's kind of up in the air. He's still asking more than what I can afford right yet. And I'll be 100% honest with you. I have been looking at other ways, other things. Like, come here. Come here. Something like this. I do have one of these sitting in my backyard, but it's got a blown motor. I can get it going again. It's just going to take a little more time and money than I really have right now. This is something I was looking at. This is originally what I started my own business with, was something similar to that. Yeah, it's a nice looking truck. So we've got that one there. The only thing is, it's an ox body. An ox body is a heavy body. Let's see here. Where is this one? Nope. that one. Let me do something here real quick. I gotta close out a few chats so they don't pop up. Price range, as little as possible. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. As little as possible. There's another one I've been kind of looking at. That white pizza is in Indianapolis. This is in Maryland. You know what? Just grab this whole page and come over here. Got this one here. Thinking of going back to an owner op? Yes. Because there's one thing I don't know if I mentioned in that live stream about what happened with me. Is right now I have a grace period, but workers' comp has considered me uninsurable because of my injuries. Yeah, it will, but it's going to leave me with not much. Let's see. This one is in where? Another one in Maryland. This one's in Massachusetts. I have to laugh. Okay, let me see if I can't find it. See this one here? It's listed in Marshwood, Mass. for $50. The same identical truck is listed in Providence, Rhode Island for $40. She got a Cummins. Where is it? No, that's not it. Well, as you can see, I do a lot of maintenance on the big trucks. So, I mean, maintenance is no big deal for me. I do a lot of... when I had my own truck. Yeah, let me grab one of these. Go over here. I gotta move this way over here, so that one's out of my way. Correct, Maynard. Correct. Sorry, something just caught my attention. All right, now, remember I posted about that shooting at the end of my road? Yes, I am staying away from emissions, Mr. Somebody. I do want to stay away from the emissions trucks. That post, I did that post with the accident. 3 people were killed. It was actually 2 were killed. One was a guy. The guy took his own life. The shooter took his own life in his front lawn. Well, the house that one of the cars ran into was a friend of mine, and now she just posted about. People have been asking about putting a cross. What happened was the gentleman took the life of his mother. His mother was driving by in a car. No, excuse me. He was in the car with his mother. took her life. They ran it, and then when they did that, they ran into the house of a friend. So they, yeah, it's a big nightmare right now. So she's just letting people know that yes, they're gonna be putting a cross up in the in her front yard. Come on, where need to get there. Right there. I just got home. What are we shopping for? A dump truck? Kind of, sort of. Because this is what I got right now. Sitting in my driveway. This is what I bought. I bought this back in 2011. So that's what I got now. It's got a 12.7 Detroit in it with an 8-speed. And I just head gasket let go. So it's kind of sitting on the side of the house right now. I need to do. She needs a motor and frame rail, so that's going to be a little expensive. Nobody has a problem with the Crossmist or somebody. It's just she's letting other people know, because some people have been nasty lately. You just to society today is just can be so disgusting at times. Now this is a truck I'd like to have. Old school W9 right there. Rebuilding the motor, having a complete end frame on it is going to could cost up to $25,000. However, I got looking at it a little while over last week when I had a chance. It's got what's called a double frame. So it's got a frame rail inside a frame rail. And over the years, corrosion's got in between. It started swelling, so it's separating the frame rails. And right now, to do the frame rails, right now it's going to be about like $25,000 to do the motor, and another almost $30,000 to do the frame rails. So what I was thinking along the lines of doing something like this to get income coming in, and then over time work on this one, get this one back on the road. Go buy new. I am not buying new. No way am I buying new. There is too many headaches. And besides, a new truck, I have seen new trucks costing $350,000, and that's not going to happen. So that's W9. There's another one here. See, this one's in Mass, Rehoboth, but they don't give any information. Nothing, no information, and it's just this one photo. This one here lists everything he's got on it, done on it. See, 475,000 doesn't bother me for miles. What bothers me is the engine idle hours. All right, what did I do with that? What did I do with that one? Where'd it go? Right there. Because right now that's the one that's kind of piqued my interest. For the simple fact is, right there. Right there. Everything was overhauled, new injectors, stage 4 fire ring headset, new cam, pistons, liners, gaskets, 13 speed, new clutch. And Wind Therapy, I want to apologize to you on that last live stream. I didn't catch what you meant. Didn't catch on to what you asked about on that. Something about Dry Creek and something else. I haven't looked into those yet. Jeff brought it to my attention about after the live stream. And Jeff, what was it? I can't exactly remember. Was it New England or Dry Creek or something like that? I can't remember. But ox bodies are a little on the heavy side. Try to find out where that other link went to. If you look, this hinge right here for the hood's pushed down. When you're buying used, you're gonna take a chance. New England Dry Creek. Okay, that's what it was. All right, let's get going on that. Oh, dry. That's what it was. Hey Les, what's happening, buddy? All hardwood. Okay, so you're sticking with 100% thing. Ash is less than 0.5. What's the BTUs? That's what I'm trying to find is the BTU, a few other things. Because New England wood is, I think, like a 0.45 ash. Jaffrey, and you got 2 in New York. You're just relaxing, huh? Yeah, so am I. I'm pulling my hair out. Look at things like this. I think that'll have to get fixed. Get a new one and pull the fender up. $612,000, and it's got a brand new, basically a new motor in it. Only thing I can see me doing is I'd have to pull those mufflers off and put straight pipes. See, I do not see the burner head on this. So this is 100% pre-emissions. I'm trying to think of a place you can put the GoPros. What, on the dump truck? I'm trying to find. I remember seeing the test results for the Dry Creek. Just where the hell they go? They got a Facebook page. Let's take a look at it. That's fine. Kind of looks like it's an Energex. It's been bought by Energex. Barbecue pellets. That's nice. I did not blow it. I had a driver in it at the time. I was running a flatbed and I had a driver in it. Detroit's, it's kind of been known as a weak point on them. Kind of like a Caterpillar C15. The head gaskets are been known to let go. Okay, that's all barbecue stuff. But if I'm going to go into that truck, I'm going to tear the top of the motor off, the head off. There's a good chance that it needs to be redecked. The block needs to be redecked, and the head needs to be redone. And if it gets to that point, I'm just gonna have them do a complete in-frame rebuild. Okay, there we go. 8400.5 ash. That's a little on the lower BTU side. It says hardwood blended. So, okay, it's not a specific hardwood. It is a blended hardwood. Just like Cubex. So that is that one. Now, New England. Okay, let me get back here. Get to New England. I've already had one, and I've already had a business going on that. I closed it out. Damn it. Well, that lasts. Uh, Give me a second here. Let me get down to it once these photos load up. I bought that one back in 2011. It's just, as I said, it's sitting out on the side with a dead motor. I might as well take this off because this Corneth is no longer in business. All right. Get up here. Why did I do that? I knew it was going to look like that. I think they're down around. I think those ones are around 84, 8,500 as well. Yeah, they're 8,000 to 8,300. So yeah, they're 0.4 to 0.6. So personally, from what I can see right now, Dry Creek has a higher BTU than New England's, and it's pretty much the same ash. Because New England, I said, is 8,000 to 8,300. Ash content, 0.4 to 0.6. I'll call it 0.5, so it's the same. Call it the same ash content. But this one's Dry Creek's got 100 BTUs more. I just don't know the price range of those. Which one is going to be the buy? Okay, Lignetics. Okay, it's owned by Lignetics. Dry Creek and New England are owned by Lignetics. That's what I thought. I thought it said Lignetics on it. And to replace it, probably just temporary, but I would wind up doing less is just say, for instance, if I get this one, bank the money and start work that one for a year, and then slowly work on rebuilding this one. Get that one back on the road. No, I've been kind of busy trying to figure things out. Dry Creek is New York. Dry Creek is 325 a ton. Okay. Now what is New England's? Or yeah, New England wood pellets. They probably comparable around the same price, I would assume. Because they're both owned by the same manufacturer, Lignetics. And I also got to try to make sure that figure out what was that air leak was on that truck, because we got brake week coming up basically at the end of the month. DOT crackdown. So I need to make sure that air leak is fixed before DOT finds it. Actually, I'm sitting there saying that, and Maine's Choice is the same exact thing. $3.39. Maine's Choice is made by Lignetics. And of course, here's Lignetics of Maine. It is the same price. Okay. Okay. Yep. That's what I thought. They try to keep all their products around the same price range, so they're not trying to fight out each other. Vermont. I do have to say, Vermont said they're going to keep their prices the same for at least 2 months. And Mr. Somebody, I see you got those two ton of Wood & Sons and 2 ton of Vermont. I don't know how you plan on it, but just putting my thoughts out there for next year. Use the Wood & Sons at the beginning of the season and towards the end of the season, and use the Vermont in between during the colder times. That's just, again, I'm just throwing my thoughts out there. Because, as I said, you'll find that the Vermont burns a little bit hotter. A little bit hotter and a little bit cleaner than the Wood & Sons. Again, Wood & Sons, very good product. Just not quite as hot. And the new lab results coming back for Vermont that's been coming in is they're pushing almost 9,000 BTUs in a point. Well, it depends on which mill it comes out of too. But if it comes out of like the North Clarendon, Vermont one, lab results for that one is like 8,900 BTUs and a .08 ash. The one we've been getting our pellets from has been a 8,800 BTUs and a .23 ash. Put me in the Freightliner after you get it up and running. Yeah, okay. Okay, and that was your plan? Okay, good. Very good. You'll be posting some shorts this week? Okay. Long as you're not in the shorts, I don't care. As in wearing the shorts. No, I gotta do a few more shorts, a little more shorts myself. Post a couple more. Yeah. It won't be long. Shorts weather's coming out. Oh, I can't say that. My son wears shorts year round. Damn kid. What's my opinion about mixing different pellet brands? I've got no opinion on it. I do it myself. Go for it. There's no harm in it at all. I've taken the that Northern Warmth the this stuff right here. Of course, this is the best stuff you can burn on the market. And I've taken home some damaged stuff like this Okanagan, which is not all that hot, and it's a higher ash content. I've taken damaged stuff home and mixed them together. It does not affect anything. If anything, it might bring the BTUs down of the good product and the ash content up. It can't hurt nothing. It will not hurt your stove at all if you mix them. Just like I was actually thinking about trying to see if I couldn't find a place that has those coffee pellets, because coffee pellets have been test results for the coffee pellets was like 11,000 BTUs. So that would almost make it, to me, I think it'd be a little too hot for some stoves. So you would have to mix it in with some lower BTU stoves or lower BTU pellets so you could burn it. Oh man, it's gonna get it. All right, I'm sitting here sidetracked, not paying attention to what's going on in chat here. What's going on here? Yeah, the Java pellets, yeah. Put me in the Freightliner once you get it up running. Oh, Mana, okay, Mana doesn't have his CDL. Mixing different pellets, I just went over that. Thought about getting your CDL. Be honest, guys, it's probably one of the... You get your CDL, it opens up more doors for you. The only word of advice I take, I tried it, and I don't give it out lightly, is skip the B, go straight to your A. Getting your A opens so many doors. The only difference between a Class B and a Class A is your trailer weight limit restrictions. Class B, you cannot have anything over 10,000 pounds. Or 10,001 pound. Class A, you got unlimited weight restrictions. I wish I could, Jeff. But now they closed that loophole. You have to go through schools now. Yeah, she took off with a friend. I have had my CDL for the last 15 years. Nice, Mr. Somebody. Oh God, when did I get my CDL? 90. Christ, I've had mine at least 30 years. I think I got mine in 94. Yeah, 94. Yeah, 94 is when I got my CDL. Because my oldest daughter was about a year old. And I managed to get through the... yeah. I got through the loophole. I went back when I got my CDL. I went to the DMV, got the paperwork sent in for my to get the written test for my permit, got my permit, then sent in and got my license that way. Nowadays, they want you to go through a CDL school. Get a manual endorsement also. Otherwise, yeah, you have to do that, yes. Take your test in a manual transmission truck. Do not do an automatic, because then you're screwed. So yeah, no, definitely make sure you take your test in a manual transmission. I gotta go back over here. Very correct. Back when I had my flat tractor and flatbed and the dump truck running, when I first started, when I bought the Freightliner tractor and trailer, I started looking for people to. I was looking for drivers for the dump truck. I was amazed on how many had automatic only restrictions on their license. Because I told them, I said, right in the ad, I said, you must be able to drive a manual transmission. They come up, said, yeah, I can drive a manual transmission all day long. I said, but what about your CDL? And I was like, oh, it's automatic only. I can't touch you. Floating gears during road test, do not do. They want to see you use the clutch. Dirt Racing 518, welcome to the chat. Sad part is most companies get automatic auto transmissions now, not manual. I miss running manual, but for work they only buy automatic autos. Yeah, I understand that. A lot of the reason why the companies have been doing that is it saves them on replacing clutches. But I am strictly a manual transmission. If I could buy a pickup with a manual transmission, I would. I remember when they said automatics was an option. Now that's all you can get is an automatic. You don't even have the option of a manual transmission now. Because they said this one here's got a 13 speed in it. And see, this one's a 13. Which one was it? That's an 8. That one doesn't say. This one's got an 18. My choices would be. That's why I have a manual pickup. Yeah, good, Mana. My choices for transmissions for dump trucks would be 13s or 18s. That way you can split the gears on the top side of on the top side. This is another one I was looking at. However, this truck here needs frame rails as well. Doesn't need them right now, but will need them. I mean, great looking truck, but it just frame rails. You're talking $30,000 to do those. Excuse me. So I'm kind of leaning towards this one right now. Leaning towards that one, but this one and this one is pretty much in the price range I'm looking for. Is this another one? No, a little on the higher side. Again, this is another nice one I'd look at. You want an 18. 18s are nice. As I said, that Freightliner road truck I had, this tractor, come on. This one, hold on, let me get back to it. That one right there. This had an 18 in it with a 14-liter Detroit. See, I had this truck. See if I gotta find a different picture here. There we go. That was my truck and trailer there in a local parade. That truck. Back out. And this one here both had Detroit. This has a 8-speed, the other one had an 18. As far as transmissions, as I said, 13 or an 18 is what I prefer, because that way you can split the top gears. If you're going down the road and you get into a hill, you can just split the top gear and keep the RPMs up, pulling a hill a little bit better. Versus the 8 speeds, which you really can't. Class of 92 for CDL? No. I am a class of 92, yes, but I got my CDL in 94. I did graduate in 92, but I got my CDL in 94. 34OB. This one's got a C15, actually C16 cat, because it's a 650 cat. I'm not worried about this big horsepower stuff like that. I do want either, I say don't really want it. 650, I think they're probably, if it is a C15 and it's a 650 cat, they're overdoing it, so it might have to be toned back, which is no big deal to me. I can always have somebody derate it a little bit. And like this one here is a C15 Acer, which is the twin turbo one. As I said, this one needs frame rails. This one has no information on it. Zero information on it at all. This one's got a 500 Cummins with an 8-speed. It lists what he's had done to it. New clutch, radiator, rear suspension. This one just says C15 with a 13. Again, 13 and 18 is what I'm kind of looking for. What's my preference on truck manufacturer and engine brand? Trucks doesn't really matter to me. I've owned Freightliners. I've had good luck with Detroits. I mean, as I said, that purple dump truck I got was a great truck. It just, the head gasket let go. It was putting compression into the cooling system. Now, as I said, on some of those, and I got a friend of mine I went to school with, said usually when the head gasket goes, you have to do new liners, cut the counter bores, deck the block, and machine the head, have the head rebuilt. It'd be the best way to do it. He used to work for Detroit. Actually, he did a bunch of work on that purple one when I had it. I had the it's called the bull gear, but it's a timing gear on the front of the truck. I had that. I had a coupler let go and kind of did some damage in the front. He's actually the one that did the work on my Freightliner for me. I didn't know it at the time. But Cat or Detroit is what I kind of like for motors. Manufacturer, Pete, Kenworth, Freightliner, Western Star is kind of the four brands I like to stick with. Kind of like Ford, Dodge, Chevy. You got Peterbilt, Kenworth, which is owned by PACCAR. Freightliner and Western Star are owned by Daimler Chrysler. So it just it's 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Dump trucking with a pellet guy. Yeah, okay, Jeff. I might just start a different channel. How's that? Oh, can't. Can only have one monetized channel. Oh well. How about the AP? Let's see, APG, all-purpose guy. I can't call myself the the APE, all-purpose employee. APG. Because I was looking at a few Western stars as well. Just give you an idea on. Let me come over here real quick, so I'm not doing too much over on that screen on you. Where'd it go? Right there. Just to show you some how scary it is out there. $350,000 each for for a truck. That's how insane it has been. A buddy of mine bought a brand new. He had a Volvo, bought it brand new off the lot for $120,000. Owner operator specs. It's almost 3 times the price tag now. I know another guy bought a, I think it was a 2000 Kenworth W9, owner operator specs, and I think he paid $140 for his. It was something like that. But I said $350,000 for that. Let's see if I go back here. Show you exactly how I did stuff. Manufacturer. Let's see, Kenworth, Freightliner, Peterbilt, Western Star. See, now it starts knocking down. Still $350,000. Now I don't know about in your states. Of course, I want tri-axle. Rear axle weight up here. You need 46,000 on the rears, because state of Maine allows 75,900 pounds, so call it 76,000 pounds on a tri-axle. So by doing something like that, adding the axle minimum axle weight I want of 46,000, we'll do that. And see, price tag. As I said, I just throw in 70 grand for max price. Now it knocks it down. See, there's that Pete right. Damn mouse. That Pete right there. But you got go along and look at a whole bunch of stuff. Because of that, and I want, let me see here, front axle. I want a minimum of 18,000, just to stay within specs on the state. And that Pete disappeared. Where'd that Pete go? Probably because it doesn't have the front axle listed. Chat freeze up. Everybody was chit-chatting. Ready to go. Just out of curiosity. Mercedes. Yeah, no, I've heard nothing but nightmares on Mercedes. Granted, Mercedes is nothing more than a Detroit motor. Everybody's just listening to me ramble, huh? See, 430 cat. That's not that bad. C13. 8-speed tough track. So that's got the rubber block suspension. No. Yeah, rubber block there, spring there. Okay. Which one was it there that had the rubber block? I was looking at a couple. Okay, that's Chalmers. I know a guy. He had his this. It's similar to a walking beam suspension. Had his split right here on him. Oh, give me a second here. I could go over and Twitch and ban someone. Oh. Oh.
Where are you going now? What?
Cut it out. There's a copyright strike. Come on. Oh, the band hammer, yeah. Band. See you later. Yeah, I gotta go. I got my tablet going with Twitch on it, so I can see what's going on there. Yeah. That was another somebody streaming on Twitch when I brought it up. But as I said, I've seen these break before. Then we got C12. So yeah, it's not even 400 horse. I believe this one should have the Mercedes in it too, don't it? No, C13 cat. Automatic. Is that air ride? That's air ride. It doesn't give gear ratio or anything like that. You need leaf springs. I have walking. That Purple Freightliner has the walking beam suspension. Yeah, it rides like a buckboard. Mr. Somebody. See, I have no real preference. It's just like Cat or Detroit. Less problems? Yes and no. Those springs do have a tendency to break quite easy. Does this one show? Okay, that's another Acert cat. Okay, that's Air Ride. Do have to say even though I do have to say the walking beam suspension has a lot less does have a lot less issues. It's just when you break a spring on a walking beam, you got to replace the whole spring pack. Air Ride, you blow a bag, you're done. You just change it. And those are readily available, and I can change it on the site, change it on the job site. I have done that many a times, especially on my pusher axles, blown airbags on that and change those right on a job site. That one right there, that's walking beam. Yeah, that's walking beam right there. That's the same one I've got. I've had the springs changed and had the bushings and the beams changed. It is rugged, but it is also there we go, right there. That's what I got on. That's exactly what I got on my dump truck. Right here. My dump truck, just before the engine let go, I had these bushings and this changed. Because this inside tire, actually the two inside tires were starting to rub the brackets. So that told me that it was time to change the bushings. Get this rebuilt. And the guy that did it told me it would be probably the last time he'll put new pins and bushings in that walking beam. I'll have to change the beams the next time. I changed the bag in a 100 Pete parking lot. Yeah, they're not that bad. Changing bags are not bad at all. Hey Jeff, look, single square headlight T800. Then you get to another T800. No, that's the only T800 on there. On that list. I'll take the front axle weight out. And okay, yeah, that's probably why this truck disappeared off the list. Because I don't think it lists the front axle, rear axle. Yeah, no, it doesn't list the front axle weight. 46 rears. Yeah, no, it doesn't have a listing for the front axle. But by the looks of it, it's got to be at least an 18,000 pound steer axle, because those look like 315s on the front. They don't look like your standard 11R 24.5 or 22.5. Those look a little fatter. It doesn't give tire size either. Well, tire size really does not matter to me. The my purple Freightliner has got 24.5s on it. It's got 22.5s. I can get 22.5s at dime a dozen. square headlights. So you got a lot of these Freightliner business class M2 112s. I see. Seen a lot of those lately. What about this? .400 Cummins, automatic, automated. It's not automatic, it's automated. So you still got a clutch. Chalmers suspension, yeah, 24 5s. Right there, that's the Chalmers right there, yep. So I look at a truck like this, 25,000. What's wrong with it? I have heard that some are going away from the 24 5s as well. This is Pennsylvania? No, Tennessee. Now with a headboard like this, makes me think it was more for like a almost like a coal body, hauling a lot of coal or silage for farms. I mean, something like that. That body just makes the truck unusable for me. It's too high. Now, granted, yeah, it'd be a good storm chaser truck because look at the headboard. It sticks so far out. Wouldn't have to worry about smashing your windshield too much. But that's just kind of some of the things I've been tossing around right now. I haven't fully committed to anything. See, any way I can try to get a try to zoom in there and I'd almost say 24 5s, 22 5s. Would you agree? Say those are 24 5s and those are 22s. Is what I'm thinking. Unless you got the matching tires that I'd like. Yeah, standard, yep. As I said, just kind of looking at it right now, to me, that looks like 24 5 size from there. That looks like 22 5. Now, is it me or does it look like that tire's leaning? It could be just through the angle of it. But Looks like that tire's leaning in. That's what I said. That's my opinion. They said it looks like that tire's like 2 inches shorter than this one. So that'd be. Two, three, four. That's 10. Each one's got 10, Jeff. But look, there is no emissions there. There is no emissions here. So that'll make it nice. Oh, is that a split tank? No, that's a fuel tank there. Oh no, because the hydraulic tank's right there. I say that 100 gallon there. What about the other side? Ooh, probably 200 gallon tank, so you can go all week on it. Yeah, those are 315 tires. You can tell how they're fatter than a normal tire. Those are 315s. So it's got to have at least an 18,000 steer axle. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking is it's 24.5 drives with 22.5 on the pusher. That'd be about the right size body too. Looks like 54 sides with a 60 tailgate, which is what I'm looking at. What I'd like for specs as well. I could keep you guys. I could go on and on all night with this stuff. Well, this is what the interior looks like. Is it 612,000? But the motor's been rebuilt. Turbo pressure, manifold, amperage from the alternator. What product would I be moving with this? Um, Actually, my former employer that I used to work for, that I was an employee for, before I bought that purple dump truck, has reached out to me about hauling for them gravel, and mostly I would mostly be out hauling hot top, paving roads. So you are way off on buyout price of the pellet business. As of right now, yes. Uh, they he's asking way more than he wants me to finance the whole thing, to buy it outright, then finance it and buy it outright. He's asking way more than I can afford right now. Far as like my Saturday employer, we've been talking as well, and the price is just we got too there's too much stuff going on with that place to even bother right now. So it'd be better off, as I said, with workers' comp saying that, claiming that I'm going to be uninsurable real soon. I need to find something to do for myself, be self-employed, so I don't have to have workers' comp on myself. So that's where I'm at right now. Got to do something soon. This is all cab control, so I can just sit in the truck and stay there. Profit on sales and a little debt. Not too scary. Yeah, it's true. But right now, with this whole tariff headache, right now, and the majority of stuff is Canadian. So, and with that going on, that's going to put a strain on the U.S. side. So we're trying to figure things out. We're sitting back trying to get things straightened out from one end to the other of what's going to happen. As I said earlier, as of right now, we've heard it's going to be just basically a blanket 10% across the board for tariffs. So you take the Crete. This is a Canadian product. 472. 472, and then you add 10%. Makes it $519 a pallet, which would turn around and make it where to go? Right there. Make this more reasonable. Dump truck is a safer business for sure. It is, and as I said before, I'll bring them up. I'll bring up the business here. These guys right here. Has been asking for me to get it, wanting to hire my truck again. So with that, that's great. And I used to. Come on. Where'd it go? This machine right here was the machine I used to run all the time for him. I could, yes. Yes, I could, but trying to find a donkey right now is impossible. I've been talking to him about purchasing the donkey and the International, but he's been kind of hesitant on that. Trying to bring it in. Come on. Waterville. I can't find it. They did have it on here. It did show. Actually, do I have it? Oh, where to go? But anyways, yeah, this is the company that's been wanting me to come back. Hot top plant here, crusher, wash plant. This is their welding shop, tire shop. Of course, this is the line of all the trucks. This is all right here is all hired trucks. Right now, right here is all hired trucks getting in line to haul to a job site. But this is the machine I ran for years for them. I'd haul it, go to the job site, and then go back for them. Oh yes, I could definitely haul for them, Maine. I'd be considering Arby's is literally right here across the street. Right across the street from these guys. See? Arby's is right here. Insurance is figured out. Yeah, insurance is not, as far as truck insurance, that's no problem. that insurance is no problem. It's workers' comp. Of course, I have to submit a form to workers' comp for a waiver, which will be granted instantly because considering workers' comp is considering me uninsurable, so I will get an automatic waiver from them anyways. Being self-employed, workers' comp, I don't have workers' comp on me. But if I have employees, yes, I will have employees, and I'll have to have workers' comp. Will I be paying a higher rate for workers' comp? I don't know. I really don't know. I know workers' comp is usually based off of they have a certain rate for each industry. Truck driving, like dump trucks, stuff like that. If I recall correctly, when I had the Freightliner on the road, when I had an employee in it, I think I was paying, I want to say, I think it was like $80 1,000 for wages for workers' comp. I think. I can't quite remember. For every $1,000 in wages I paid him, I had to pay $80 in workers' comp, I think. Would I be paying more? Probably, considering insurances have gone sky high lately. And the insurance for that dump truck, I had to have, I think it was $2 million insurance on it. $1 million aggregate and $1 million on the truck itself. And of course, you had to have the $1 million aggregate because hauling asphalt, pavement, tar, hot top, whatever you want to call it, you're hauling that stuff's over 300 degrees. So if you get into an accident, you can literally cook someone to death. So it's one of those. Yeah, Bob.
Text message.
Oh, shut up. Phone's so rude, ain't it? So yeah, you gotta just keep an eye out on that. I think it was, I want to say, insurance for that truck. When I had my employee, when I had a guy in it, I think the insurance for that was.
Text message.
Shut up. I think insurance on that was for the $2 million. I want to say it was like $5,000 a year. But I have heard from a few guys. Well, actually, my Saturday employer, his insurance, he's got 2 tractors, 2 trailers, the delivery truck, all his pickups, all on the same policy. I think he said his insurance is now $27,000 a year, I think is what he's paying. It's 27 to 29,000 a year for insurance. So it's expensive as hell for insurance lately. Okay, I'll be right back. I gotta run to the little girl's room. Okay, I'm back. Now, question: what did you guys think of the videos this week here, where I was using some little bit different, used a few different songs, some different music? Yeah, when you need to use insurance to jack the rate up. Oh yeah, yeah, you do. They do. Well, see, the thing is with me too, where I've got the lifetime of seatbelt exemption. I don't know what the insurance will say about that. I know they're not going to like it. That's for sure. I know what I'm going to do for the phone. Just stop that thing from going off in your ear and being loud and being rude. Power off. Thank you. Shut up. Yes, I know you're charged, fully charged. Oh, I got 10 viewers right now. Nice. Don't be afraid to jump in, everybody. If you got any questions about anything, feel free to ask. Let's see, what other ones? Cubex. So add $38 onto that. So it's gonna be over $400 for a ton. I just use Lacrete because it's 1 metric ton, so it's a little bit more than the rest. That's US. We can't get that anymore. You thought the new songs were good. Thank you. It's another Canadian. We don't have that one anymore. We don't have that one either. Don't have that one. We do have this one, so add $38.90 onto it. So basically call it $39. Okay, that's US. Just to show you how bad the tariffs are going to affect us, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 products right there that have basically going to have almost $40 per pallet added to them. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that not going to have. Over half of our products is going to have tariffs. Oh, I just thought about it. I know I got a viewer. He watches on his Xbox and he can't chat. He can't text and chat, so he has to message me, and I got to turn that phone back on. I wonder if it'll be worth it to import from Canada. It's going to depend on the demand. We got to explain. We've already told a lot of the customers that the tariffs, and they understand that the tariffs are going to be handed off to them. So they have a lot of people. So I got to turn the phone down. Turn on just vibrate. So if he sends me a message, it won't be in your ear. You'll hear the phone vibrate. The expenses of the tariffs, we've already explained to a lot of customers that it's going to be handed off to them. They understand. It's just we're not going to order. As I said, we got 7 products right here to get trucked in from Canada. So just go at that price right there for it. $3.89. It's not what he pays. I don't know what he pays, but I'm just gonna go by this $3.89, and this stuff comes in on a truckload of 30 pallets each. So right there, call it $12,000 for that load. He's not gonna order 30 tons unless we can just have at least 25 tons sold. I didn't even add. Just do it at that. Just say that cost is his. Then you add the 10% tariffs on top of it. So he added the $39 on top. So we'll just say that's what would be his cost. Say, let's go with Lacrete as well. $4.72 a pallet. Now, as I said, I'm not including the tariffs. $4.72, and these guys come in truckload of 30 as well. There you go, $14,000 a load to be brought in. And as I said, I'm not including the tariffs on this. Now, I have heard, do not know how true it is, but this company is willing to cover the tariff for a spring sale. That would be their spring sale, is covering the tariff, the 10% for each one. And I think this one is they come in 32 or 33 pallets per load. Because these guys, the Canadians, come in at 100,000 pounds each load, each truck. That's what they're allowed to haul legally in the state of Maine, is gross of 100,000 pounds. So these guys have actually talking about waiving the tariff, them paying the tariff as a spring sale. But I mean, we will haul in. Well, when we're really starting to get stuff in and the deliveries are starting to crank out, we're getting 1 to 2 trucks a day in. So you're talking anywhere between $50,000 to $100,000 a week in product coming in. Then you add the 10% tariff on top of that. So there's just a lot of numbers going, a lot of numbers flying around. And I said, personally, if I owned one of these, I wouldn't order a load of Canadian pellets until I had at least. It's not a bad deal. They're covering say these guys call it $40 a pallet. So they're covering the tariff for $40 for each pallet that they ship into the U.S. Me personally, as I said, if I owned one of them, I would not. I wouldn't order a load of Canadian stuff in until I knew I had at least 75% of that load sold. Because I don't want to be sitting on. What in the world was that? I don't want to be sitting on $100,000 worth of product I can't sell. Because people don't want to spend that extra 10%. But there are some diehards that will spend that money. Like, we got people that are diehard with this stuff. This is the only stuff they will ever burn. I mean, at $530 a pallet, I mean, that's... And... Is it one? We got one or two people that burn like 5 or 6 pallets of this stuff at a time for the season. So you're talking right around $3,000. And as I said, this stuff, pellets you don't make a lot of money on. It is volume. You got to sell the volume. You got to get the volume in and out. But with this tariff game between Trump and the U.S. and other countries, it makes things a little uneasy. Now, I'd understand bringing prices of steel and a few other steel and aluminum, bringing it up just a little bit, bringing the tariffs in to make their stuff just a little more expensive than the U.S. instead of just completely throwing the stock market into a big panic as it is. Granted, I understand it's going to hurt. I understand what he's trying to do as well. Hey Jeff, I just received your message about wind therapy. That was about an hour and a half ago you sent it. And it just showed up on my phone. And to let you know, just for if I do go this route, I still will be doing this as well. Yeah, it'll get worse before it gets better. Yeah, absolutely. I understand he's trying to bring the jobs back into the U.S., which is great. I don't want that. I want that. No, I didn't want that. I'll go this way. Here. Oh well. At least I did get back to him on. At least I did get back to wind therapy on his question, so that was good. Oh, really? Website's being a little slow. I couldn't believe that. I happened to look over and it just happened to say one new message. I looked at it and I'm like, ah, yeah. Because see, he actually put the thing about the tariffs up on his page. Wow. Man, that's his. I'll have to bring it up to him and let him know his web page is a little slow. Let's see, this is his delivery rates. He goes by a just see how he does his by a radius. Then you go back. All right, did I back out of that one accidentally? Yeah, I did. You go to this one here. Now, everybody does deliveries differently. Here's his. It's $50 plus $2 per mile. So it's $50 and you're 50 miles away. It's $150. This one here, he said he said he had to correct. So. And you guys can see right here, we'll make every attempt to deliver your order in your preferred location. In some instances, the terrain is too steep. Safely operate delivery equipment. Offload pallets at a safe area as possible. How many times have I not been able to get the delivery to where they want? I think it's only been a couple times. Other than that, I've done everything I can to get their product where they want it. The same thing goes with this guy. I've done pretty much everything I can to make sure that they get their product where they want it. Come on, man. This thing is slow tonight. Or at least his. Come on. Oh, there it is. I'm where I wanted to be. I'm sitting here trying to hit home. What it wound up being is, yes, I will, if I do this, I will be doing that, plus still doing what I am currently doing as well. So I'll be doing it, yeah. My thoughts are, this will probably be like a Monday through Thursday. Explain to them, look, I mean, yeah, I got this, plus I've got this to do as well. I'll have a lot of things on my plates to do. Come on. My God, this thing is slow. They might have to. He has his own server at his house, so I might have to tell him he might have to reboot it because it's so slow. But here we go. Right there. I said, that's taken that earlier this year. September of 04. You get the dump truck, you'll have to step up your streaming game. You never know what I might do. Okay, that looks like Vermont. Yeah, that's Vermont. I can see the writing right there across the bag. So that was in September. Oh, and by the way, no more pallets over here. Let me bring up the video. Show ya. Oh, shut up! You talk too much. My truck is nosed up to where the pallets used to be. I don't know if it shows it out the window or not. The guy finally showed up and took the pallets yesterday. Okay. Right there. You do see a stack of pallets. There's 3 stacks. There's 1, 2, and 3. But from here forward, there's no more pallets. The guy finally came and got the damn things yesterday. But yeah, that's all we have for Vermont.
And that's all we got for the.
Oh, I gotta do this. Oh, really?
And I'm not gonna call her a teenage girl. She stepped up. I was out back all day. Sounds like one of those fart cans. But anyways, she was a very busy woman.
How many pallets were there? There was what? I think we figured out. I think they said there was 200 no, 180 pallets there, and they took 150 of them. So we were left like 30 pallets, and I did it show it in the? No, I don't think I showed it inside. Yeah, no, I didn't. But I wound up emptying out all the pallets that were inside the building too. I say oil change. That's me getting grease up all the way up to the elbow. Oil up to the elbow. Yeah, no, I videoed out back all day long. So yeah, no, I wound up empty pallets. Yes, there was like 180 empty pallets. 180. I'm trying to think. 180 or 2, or was it 210? He left 3 stacks, so there's 45. 3 stacks at 15 each, so there's 45 pallets left. There's over 200 pallets. The guy took like 180, I think it was. Yeah, there was like, he took like 10. Yeah, he took 12 stacks of pallets, so he took 180 pallets out of there, out of the 210 that we had, or 200 and whatever. So yeah, he took a bunch of the pallets out of there for us. Now we're just gonna need to do a whole bunch of other things. So yeah, it's He took a whole bunch out of there for us. That was good. Now I can tell customers I can take the pallets back. Because I was leaving pallets because people were like, oh, can you take these pallets? We don't have the room. Now I'll take the, for this guy here, he takes the pallets back. Either way, that's a lot. Yes, that was a lot. He showed up with like a single axle Ryder box truck. And of course, I was out back working on the Freightliner, doing the grease job. I think when I was greasing the truck. That was 2 tubes of grease in the drive to grease that truck. That's a little excessive in my book. I was out back greasing the truck when they were loading the pallets out. So they said it's like he took 12 stacks of pallets, and there was 15 to a stack. So how many did he take? Yeah, I took 180 of them. Yep. And he left us with 3 stacks, so that's 45. 225 pallets is what we had sitting outside. So he said he should be back within a couple weeks to grab more. Grab what we've got. Yeah, those. I actually had. Did I do it? Did I show it in Friday's video? Whoops.
Morning.
Said you talk too much. Yeah.
Machine's out of gas. I'm not.
This stack right here I took out yesterday. So it wound up. Because, yeah, that stack I took out, it wound up coming basically right where these 2 pallets are. I brought the stack out. The whole pile of pallets come out basically another 2 rows. Because there was like 30 pallets inside the building that I took out. So, just trying to... Yeah. Yeah, I put a stack here and a stack here, so basically I come out to like this point here. That's an even better view of it. Yeah, I know you're out of gas. See, we have them in stacks of 15. There's those 3, there's 3 or 4 there, another one on the floor. In here there's a couple, and there's a couple out back. So we had pallets everywhere trying to get rid of them. I think there was a couple. Yeah. Yeah, see, like that one's there. There's 3 there. It's like 20 some odd stacked there. Customer, yeah. She's like, am I okay right here? I'm like, no, I'm trying to load the truck. That back warehouse is empty. Man, is that thing empty. We're supposed to have a couple more trucks coming in this week. Those two pallets right there were today's video, that premiere I did today with everyone. Whoever showed up on that, I appreciate it. To everybody that showed up, I do appreciate it. Still looking into the addition to the building? He is still looking into it, yes. That way we can put in a... come on. Back up here. See, like right here is... That's the fence back there, 1, 2, 3. So from this point on, he took all the pallets, all the way down through. So 1, 2, 3. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So he took 150 pallets. Sorry, took 150 pallets out of there. Right now we only have these 3 stacks. We filled his truck on them. As far as the addition to the building, yes, he is still looking into that. I had to stop and wait for the customer to move, as you saw. He's looking at doing that little addition to move like these energy logs, the NV and the NV8s into that little addition to save room. She's like, you need to get in here? Yep, I do. Oh. Actually, where would it be better off to show? Stop right there. Okay. The addition would be coming... what is it? Along the boundary, the property line on this side, be 11 feet off for the base of the foundation. It basically come from like this part of the door. It'd go out maybe, I think we figured it at this point would be like 8 feet. It would go the full, it'd come up to just below these windows. So they come just below the window here, probably like along this line right along here is where the roof would be. And they want to put a wood stove in on like this corner here, so we can test, burn like the NV8s, the logs, anything that gets damaged. We can burn them and test them and try out new things. Oh yeah, I forgot I did that with this one. I'm yapping to you guys, and I got the music on. Yeah, the customer gave me $20 tip. They didn't need to. I'm told I appreciate it. They see it, I say thank you. Never thought about it. Doing all the editing and everything I do. Funny part about this delivery, I didn't realize it. It was a classmate of mine. Went to school with the guy afterwards. After I got done recording, the guy pulled in right behind me there. I thought he was being a jerk parking behind me. No, I had his driveway blocked off. He just built a house last year, I think it is. Let me rephrase that. Rebuilt it because the house before... He bought the property with a burnt house for an insurance. From an insurance company. So he rebuilt and did that. Now, everybody, do you prefer these like deliveries in real time? Or do you do like I did with the Premiere? Or you kind of enjoy what I do with this? Or you like a mixture of both? Some of the delivery sped up and some like real time. At that height, would you still be able to stack 3 high in the new area? If we're as close to the building as possible, yes. But as soon as you fade off, it probably would not work. I think they were talking 3 high against the wall, and it'd be 2 high the rest of the way. Come on. Mile and a half over to the next one, single pallet outside. Yeah, we're gonna try to bring it around back behind the house. Going in the barn here. And if anybody watched the premiere today, this is the video just in regular time, not sped up. But this is a sped up version with my buddy's band there, with the music from my buddy's band. And I'm actually going to be ahead of schedule. It shows me getting there 1:30, and then I'm not scheduled to be there between 2 to 3. So I guess we stop, have lunch. Something a little different. I got the head mount on. Try to get this taken care of as quick as possible. They're going in the barn here. I'm gonna get these straps rolled up and grab payment. So I'll bring you right back. Hey, sorry about the wind noise. It's pretty windy today. About 60 degrees today, right now. But these things suck. Try to get up, especially with my hips.
I figured I'd use the head.
Now, squirrel. I mean, I just said, do it, what you do now works well. A mix of real time and sped up. Thank you. Yeah. Trying to just keep things somewhat entertaining for you. But do like I did today. I could do like I did today. Take one of the deliveries, and I know what it was. Damn squirrels. Head mount in today's premiere. Was my head moving around too much? That's kind of why I didn't use a head mount all that often, is because I know my head's constantly on a swivel. Did that bother you, or was it okay? Is what I wanted to ask. Because I also have that chest mount as well. But with a chest mount, you don't see where I'm looking either. I could try to do the chest mount on a delivery here this week and see what happens. Come on. No, I don't want that. Head mount real time is good. Sped up sucks. That's kind of what I was looking at myself. With just my head moves around so much trying to pay attention to what's going on around me. Even though I'm in a private driveway, with what happened to me, my head is still on a swivel, no matter what. So okay, that does help out a lot. So what I might wind up doing is I will record a delivery. You might not see it during the week, but I might pull that one out if it's on a head mount and just run it as like a Sunday premiere. So now you kind of understand. You'll understand when I say, hey, look for premiere on Sunday. You'll know that like that delivery was done. Commercial number 8, Jeff. Jesus. Okay, what I asked was, Jeff, that with the head mount on today's premiere, I know my head, even though I'm in a private driveway, my head was on a swivel. Was I moving my head around too much in the real time video? Did that bother you? Some people, I know it might give people motion sickness, but would do you like the head mount in real time, sped up? I also have a chest mount I can do, but as Mana said, the head mount in real time worked fine, but sped up it sucked, which I agree. What do you think of the head mount real time? Because I could take a delivery, use the head mount or the chest mount, whatever, and pull that video out during the week and set it aside and do it as a Sunday premiere. What's your thoughts on that? I could actually probably do 2 of them. I could make it like a half-hour video. I could do one with the head mount, one with the chest mount, or 2 head mounts, however I decide to do it. Yeah, it bothered me. I think I probably had an emotional support ostrich. uh, but the head mount works better in real time, not sped up, correct? I also think I had the GoPro pulled down a little too much. I could have brought it up a little bit more so you could see the surroundings a little bit better. Because what you didn't see is I kind of tried to align it up a little bit, sitting in the truck using my phone, the what they call it, the Quick Link app on my phone for GoPro. I can preview without recording. I can use a preview so that I can see what the camera sees. But as soon as I start recording, it makes it blurs it out. Can I do a split screen with two cameras? Yes, I can. Sure. Add more work to me, Jeff. Why don't you? I have done the two cameras before. It is a lot of work to try to time them up just right so to sync them. But I can see what I can do. Try to have like the chest mount, head mount. I was asking for your opinions. As I said, I just said it's a lot of work. I didn't say I wasn't going to do it. I just said it's a lot of work. Maybe worth the effort for a premiere. So, okay. So try to get... see... I gotta try to find the door for that GoPro 9. Find the door. I think I got it in my bag. Put the door on my GoPro 9. Make sure I got the memory card for that. That should be right here. Got it. Good. So yeah, I got the memory card for the 9. Take care of that. Let's see, what do I got on this memory card? Did I format it yet? We'll find out in a second. Anything on it? Oh. There is. February 19th. What we got on here? All right, let's do this. See, this was back in February. longer driveway delivery static on the truck, and watch the head mount for in the garage. Yeah, that's it. That's what I'm looking for, people. That's exactly what I'm looking for, is ideas. Oh, it's Grizzly Adams. That's a Grizzly Adams one. And use the damn drone. Oh my word. Ugh. I still gotta register that thing with the FAA. I haven't registered it yet. Let's see, what one is this? Oh, this is when I was leaving. I mean, see, these are like all the video clips I record during the day. Sometimes I don't use them. Sometimes these clips I don't use. I'll be going along and I'll trip over my own tongue and start screaming, hollering, and cussing. I know I asked. I know. But again, as I said, sometimes if I'm at the mill, I don't think there'd be an issue. I know the guys at the mill wouldn't care. But some of these customers, I show up, I need to get there, get it off, get it delivered, and get out of there. Like maybe sometime during this summer, when we're slow on the deliveries, yeah, it'd probably be great to just take my time, set up, send the drone in the air, do whatever I need to do. Like Friday's video, I started off behind schedule right off the bat. And then, yeah, when I got to that last one, yeah, I could use it. But I was in the driveway, so the drone wouldn't do too good of a job because it won't go in the barn because of the GPS. So that's why I went with the head mount. So put those at the end of the video as outtakes. Yeah, no. You guys wouldn't think the same of me. You would not think the same of me. Well, Jeff, you've talked to me on the phone, so you understand. But yeah, no, I'm a son of a sailor, truck driver, and a construction worker, so I do have quite the mouth on me, but I try to be as G-rated as possible with kids that watch the channel. Because I do know at least a couple kids that watch it. One of the guys at the mill, he watches it with his daughter, watches the channel with his daughter. The one that sent me the video of her son saying, "I miss the pellet man." Basically, as I said, I look at her as like a daughter to me. And so he tries to watch the videos. I try to keep things as G-rated as possible. Put a camera on the forklift at the mill and get their perspective. I could do that, probably. I don't think the forklift operators would care. I really don't think the mill would care at all. Here we go, going on 2.5, almost 3 hour stream again. Now this is the input I'm looking for from you, everyone that watches the channel, is your input. You guys give me some great ideas. It's probably a good idea that I write them down so I can keep notes. Give me a second. I gotta go in the other room and get a notepad. All right, give me another minute. I just noticed my stove's out and it's got a full burn pot. So give me a minute. I gotta get the pellets in the burn pot burning before I turn it on so it doesn't overflow. I brought home a damaged bag of Vermont. So there were some of those wet pellets. Those you see those big fat pellets that fall apart. So I brought home a bag of that stuff. Yeah, that got damaged, so I had to just you got a slug of the wet pellets and the fine, so it kind of burned up clogged up the burn pot, so I had to get it going manually. Forklift at the mill. Tool, yeah. Tell me do premieres for a month now. I know you have, Jeff. Yeah, Jeff, start your own YouTube channel. Gotta put up with people like me. Yeah, thanks. No, it's not really a stove issue. It was, again, as I said, I brought home a bag of Vermont that got water damage in it, so I didn't really screen it that well. No, they're not tariff pellets in Vermont. Freebies then, yeah. I've had a few people ask me about doing coffee cups and stuff like that. What's your thoughts? Just keep beep your mouth out. Yeah. That means that whole thing would be beep the whole way through. Would this be one of them? Just out of curiosity, would this be one of them?
All right. On the way for the next one, but it does not say if it is inside or outside. I guess it's outside because it says in front of garage door.
If I do coffee, that'd be something about Arby's on it. Doing some merch. My suggestion would do limited pre-order deal and see how it goes. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's not nothing. I'm gonna turn around and spend thousands of dollars on getting merchandise. You couldn't hear it? Okay, good. Because that wasn't one of them.
All right. On the way.
See, like there's 60 files right there I'm importing onto that. 60 video clips. This is going to kind of show you the beginning of how I edit videos. I'll unmute the desktop audio. So grab it. See how they're all highlighted? Grab one, pull it down. This is the video line. This is like an hour 46 minutes, 7 seconds. Now I do it at 60 frames a second, so there's basically almost 7.5 seconds right there. So this is what I go through on a daily basis on all these clips. Being okay. But this is how I go through a lot of these videos. This is just a general how I do it. So I'll kind of show you a general idea.
Morning. Something. I guess there was a police standoff. The state's going to hell in a handbasket in a hurry. But anyways, it's going to be a nice, refreshing morning.
Oh, co-ed naked again. Jesus.
I got 10 pallets on. I think it's 5 stops on this load. But I'm just rambling again. Let's get going.
Now see something like that. Usually what I do, I'll have to back up a little bit.
Again. Let's get going.
I stop right there. Hit my cut tool. See how it highlights this one section right here. Hit delete. Done. And you'll see it shortens the amount I got here.
Morning.
Now see, again, this was one of the morning clips. The opening clip. I didn't like it. So if I didn't like it, I'll take this. Highlight that one. Hit delete. Whoops. See. Now if I do something by accident, I just hit the back button.
Morning. Back in the International again. We'll figure it out. I'll count up and let you know later.
See, like all the deliveries I record in real time. It's just I speed them up. See, this one here shows me coming back. This is when I get back, so it must have been a single pallet delivery.
don't know about you, but I think it's gonna take a lot more to snap these things. I think these things will fail before that does.
Oh, this is just right after I ripped the ears off the Kenworth. That's what it was. That's what that one was. This is the day after I ripped the ears off the Kenworth with the donkey.
And I didn't think about it, but it actually, when the machine jumped, it pulled on this so hard, it actually bent both pins down, over, and down. Almost like into an S shape. I mean, it did a number on them. Alright, maybe 2 below, I don't know. Mind you, I've only been stopped long enough to basically unstrap, get the donkey off the truck, and do that delivery. The truck is already kicked up into cold idle. I mean, look at the water temperature. I've been stopped for maybe 6-7 minutes. Yeah, it's a little chilly. It's actually colder than it was yesterday. Just yesterday had the wind. There's no wind today right now. Yeah.
There, now I unmuted myself. I started yapping and then I realized no audio. Do you record driving in real time and speed it up in the editing? 99% of the time, yes. It is in real time. I don't know if I've got any on this. Do I get any on this video? Driving. I don't think I got any driving in this on this. Oh, yeah, I do. That would be this clip here. And 15,883, so that's towards the end. 881, 882. Having your mic on mute. We understand you're from Virginia. I do it to reduce the echo on this, because the mic picks up the audio in the from the computer, and you guys hear it record for you. It's directly through the computer, fed to the internet, so you hear it. If I have the mic on, it creates an echo. So that's why I mute the mic, just so it's nice for you guys. I wish I had the mic itself had a button, but it doesn't. I have to go through the editing, through the streaming program to mute it. See, like this. Uh-oh. Come on. Program does not like this. I don't want to push it too hard and have it crash and crash a computer. Come on. Yeah, it doesn't like it. It's because I jumped too far ahead. It's gonna crash again. I keep pushing it. It probably will. So I'm just gonna back out of it and don't save. That way it's better off. I have had it crash several times. It's crashed editing, and it's crashed while I'm trying to upload it to, or export it out of the editing program to the computer. Then I've also had it crash going from uploading from the computer to YouTube. I'm going to do here is this. I'll see. Do I still have some of the drone footage? Yeah, I do. But the drone has no audio. Full audio, but there's no audio. For some reason the drone doesn't record audio, just video. This is on the follow me, and I had it on. I didn't have it in sport mode, so I kind of drove off on it. Can't quite see in here, but I'm monitoring on the control. I think this is about as fast as the drone goes in the GPS mode. Now, of course, right here, I adjust the camera. Like, oh, I'm out of view. There it is. Yeah, everybody's in bed right now. I'm the only idiot up. You can see, like, right here is where I cut the clip, but I'll show you the whole video clip. Yeah, no, everybody's in bed right now. The boy's at work. He doesn't get out of work till midnight. I don't even know if he's watching right now. Shows 1 on Twitch and 4 on YouTube. Says 5 viewers there, but I show 10 viewers on YouTube. Now you watch these two boys, they'll happen to notice. They'll notice the drone in the air. Well, maybe not. This was actually the elementary school my wife went to when she was in school. This was her elementary school. While you guys watch that, I gotta go check on the stove. Yeah, that burn pot cleaned itself out, burned down good. That was the whole clip right there. I only used like, what, minute and... Yeah, right about there. Minute and a half of it. format that card so it's clean. So I can use it again. But I got this one here. This one you get a chuckle out of. I first tried it with it. When I first tried it, now watch what happens. I'll just jump in the truck and it decides to disconnect. That's the owner's brother right there. He's the driver of that red and white Freightliner that I greased yesterday. Of course, you see what I'm doing right here. I try not to do that on camera for the kids. But just as soon as I got going, see right there, it disconnected on me. So I had to go back and redo everything. As you saw, that was back here. Hell, it was almost right in the exact same spot. Hard to believe you take... That was originally what the building looked like, the back, this back section here. I don't know how many you've seen this photo before, but that's the green Sterling I was working on a lot, doing maintenance on. But he basically built this building straight back here, out, over, in, and up. More drone, more drone. I probably will be using the drone more. It's just, I need to, see right here. I need to get, one, I need to register the drone with the FAA. And two, I need to get my license for, because using the footage from the drone, I need to have a commercial license for the drone. Granted, yes, I can get away for right now saying it's a private drone and I'm just using the footage, but it is a very odd shaped lot. If I can go back to Street View, or get out of Street View. I didn't want that. I'm down the road here. Whoop. If you look here, can I scooch over just a hair? Yeah, just a hair. It's a straight line. Oh, no, I got to get back to... There we go. It is a very odd shaped lot. It goes... pretty much like a straight line back to this point. Then it bends back this way over to this corner of the lot. Then of course it goes all the way around, edge of the road up through to about here, like somewhere along in here, and then it goes straight back. So it is a very odd shaped lot. So you go straight back and it then turns back this way. And as I said, in the street view, when you look at it from here, you see it kind of straight lines back to that back corner. You can't see, it's kind of hard to see. I thought I showed it when I come out. Maybe I'll try to show a little bit better in another video of how it is the lot shaped, because of course the road bends, so that bends the property line along here and then back that way. Oh, no, you can't quite see it because there's no fence up yet. But yeah, it's just kind of a different shaped lot. I wonder if I can't see it. You guys got me thinking now. You got me thinking. I'm going to try to see if I can't find it. See if I can't. Oh, there they are online. Okay, now I just got to figure out which one is his. There we go. All right, we'll figure that out in a second here. He'd be under U5. So go back here. U5. There it is right there, 207. That is his... That's his shape property line map right there. So can I zoom in on it a little bit? There we go. This is his property right here. Actually, I think what he wound up doing was he sold to this guy this part right here. Or was it he? I think, or it might have been, no, I think it might have been he bought this little piece right here to keep things straight back. This is back by that back door I've taken a few shots out of with the weather, showing the rain and the water running out. So it goes straight back to that point and then it bends back. All right, now I need to go to this one here. What the hell is mine? Okay, no, I'm not that. That's not me. No. Right, that one right there. Which one's that one? That one's R4. Yeah, this is my property, my lot right here. This is my land right here. This whole piece, this one, and this piece here once was one piece of land. But the guy who originally had this, owned all this, sold this back lot off. It's landlocked. It's absolutely useless now. Brook frontage, yes. We have a little stream that runs around behind the back of the house. Actually, the beavers, they're no longer there, but beavers built a dam there, so there's a little bit of a pond back there the wife used to ice skate growing up on. I wouldn't trust it nowadays. See, yeah, the beaver dam's like right in this area here somewhere. Actually, I think it's more like right here. It's like right on the corner of the property lines. Story behind that is, yes, there was a right-of-way across our property. We were willing to work with the guy that bought this land, but when he started threatening the family, he found out, you don't screw with me. So we wound up going to court. Court agreed with us, saying that because of one word that was missing out of his deed, it said it assigned a right-of-way. Now, for the right-of-way, if you got a piece of property that's got a right-of-way across it, it has to describe the location, the scope of use, and the width. Now, when you do that, it airs and assigns. The deed never stated where the easement was, the width of it, or the scope of use. But the one word missing out of the deeds was, it assigns. Assigns means lifetime. All it said was it heirs on both deeds. So we went to court about it because he was actually threatening, saying that he owned the house, this house. Then he was saying that it literally started here, went straight through the house and down back. When it actually there was my wife's. How should I explain this? As my wife phrases it, she had two fathers. A father and a sperm donor is how she phrases it. Her father built this house out of pocket. Sperm donor left her mother when she was pregnant with my wife. But her father had oxen, and he cut trees off the backside of the property. He had a little trail that he used the ox to pull the logs up for firewood. And that was it's like right over here somewhere. I don't know if I can bring it up on satellite image or not. Actually, I know exactly how I can do it. But we wound up going to court, and where it didn't have the phrase assigns, just heirs. If you look, you can faintly see it right here. It was right here. It come down through, right down through here. Then it loops down and around. And here's the beaver dam I was talking about. Missed the words assigns. So the Maine Supreme, we went all the way to the Maine Supreme Court on it. Can't see it, but it is right here. This was when we were going through it. That's when I had my Chevy. I had to block it off to keep the guy out of it. But we went to court, and where it assigned it. Excuse me. It doesn't not assigned heirs. It just assigned the right of way. It did not have heirs in it. The Supreme Court admitted that where the word heirs was omitted from the deed. It was only for the lifetime of the guy that it was granted to. When the guy passed away, when that gentleman passed away, the right-of-way passed away with him. But yeah. My father's 1970 F100. Right there. My nephew has that right now, and he's rebuilding that one. Oh, we shouldn't have the problem because we have guns. That is true. But when he's standing out here, when I'm home, I can't do nothing about it. He's on a public roadway. But right there, that was a different story. Let's see, 2009. Yes. See, there's the roadway going in right there. Yeah. If he's standing here, I can't do nothing about it. Standing here, I could turn him into Baloney Mist Cloud number 1. And if any of you know what I'm talking about when I say Baloney Cloud Mist number 1, you know what YouTuber I'm talking about. In what video I'm talking about. So yeah, there's the wife's Jeep. She wound up totaling that in 2010. And that's the old Chevy 3/4 ton I had. That was a 2004 3/4 ton. That tree is small now. Well, small in that photo. Friggin' thing's about yay high now. About twice the size it is in this picture. But yeah, because of that one word, it heirs, he lost his right to go across our property. Nope, it's called the Fat Electrician. And it's part of the Gulf, when not Gulf War. It was right here. It is literally his most popular video right now, I think. Right here. And he's talking about when the U.S. obliterated half of Iran's navy in 8 hours. This guy goes over a lot of good history. Of course, he throws his own twist into it, but it is absolute riot. I suggest go check this guy out. Let's see if I can't get to that spot I'm talking about.
Ah, yes, the time that the U.S. Navy got upset and destroyed half of Iran's entire naval fleet in a single 8-hour workday.
All right, where is it?
Today we're talking about Operation Prey. Completely destroyed. Then America sends in an underwater crew, figure out what happened. They find the remnants of the mine. They check out the other mines. Yep, they're Iran.
And the ship that he's talking about,
limped the ship all the way, 99%, blows up the keel of the ship. National waters, and that's not going to have any consequences at all. So fast forward, April 14th, 1988, the USS Samuel B. Roberts, a guided...
This one was built at Bath Iron Works. I remember... Oh, I'll let the video continue for a little bit.
Missile frigate, which is basically brand new at this point. This is like its first big operation, is out there escorting a Kuwaiti oil tanker, and it runs into a minefield, hits a mine, blows up the keel of the ship. The keel is this bottom part right here. It like supports and stabilizes the structure of the entire ship, and it gets blown completely in half. At this point, The only thing holding this boat together is the actual deck. 1 second, everything's fine. The next second, there's a 15-foot wide hole in the bottom of your ship. Everything's on fire and water is rushing in. The USS Samuel B. Roberts took on half of its weight in water in the first minute. This is a catastrophic amount of damage that would sink 99% of ships, but as fate would have it, the crew of the
from the government, and I'm here to help.
So they go ahead and they brief Ronald Reagan on everything that happened. He's super happy that everybody survived, and he give them 15 more minutes. So fast forward 20 minutes later, they send out another radio message. Hey, time's up. They then fire the 5-inch guns right over the top of the oil rig with the rounds set to airburst, hopefully scaring
This is
off
the
any
section I was talking
stragglers.
about.
And it is at this point that some Iranian military member decides that he is going to audition to be the main character of this story because he hops on a 23mm anti-aircraft gun and opens fire on Bravo Group. And without skipping a beat, one of the 5-inch guns on one of the destroyers just goes "Nyeh!" Poof, and just fucking direct hit smokes this dude. Barely touches the rest of the oil rig. This guy, definitely not the main character, but the silver lining, he at least made it into the credits as Baloney Miss Cloud number 1. Now, obviously,
That's what I was talking about. This guy is an absolute riot. And he does a lot of research on his videos to bring up the history and make sure he is accurate in his stories. I don't know if any of you heard of this guy, but yeah, he is good. I suggest checking this guy out, the Fat Electrician. Yes, do it. As I said, he goes through a lot of history. Like War Daddy, okay? That was actually... Oh, he's talking about a tank group. They made a movie out of this. This, Lafayette War Daddy pool. They made a movie out of it, and they were talking about it. As I said, talking about the the penetrator bomb from a barrel. I said he goes through a lot of it. Never seen him, Jeff? I strongly suggest checking him out. I do. This guy is an absolute riot, and he actually has direct quotes from of it. He talks about a whole bunch of stuff. The Thing. He talks about when the U.S. Navy stole a Russian sub. And it's actually the submarine that's in Chicago, I think. They were trying to abandon it. What was it? It was a U-boat that they where is it? It's been a while since it's been there. He talks about how the U.S. mail trucks. Okay, here's the proportional one. This is the one I was talking about that we just watched a part of. The movie was Fury. Okay, I say I can't remember exactly which one it was. The Thing. I know. Where was it? Toilet thing's a U-boat. Because somebody flushed the toilet. But he, as I said, he talks about a lot of stuff. But that Samuel B. Roberts boat was built at Bath Iron Works, and it was brought back to Bath Iron Works for that. The U-boat, yes, I think it's Chicago. I thought it was Chicago. But he talks about it. He also goes back.
Now, obviously, I'm paraphrasing here, but at this point, Bravo Group radios over to the oil rig. According to the Amity Act, you absolutely shouldn't. Son of a bitch. Okay, well, in dry dock, cut out the best part of the entire story. America now proceeds to go over to Dubai, pick up what's left of the USS Samuel B. Roberts, tow it all the way back to Maine, then take the ship out of the water, get it in dry dock, cut out the entire damaged section of the ship, including the engine compartment, build another module to fit in its place. This thing weighs like 300 tons. They jack it up, weld it right where it's at, get everything rehooked up, reconnected. And this boat is back out on the ocean 1 year later on April 1st, 1989. It then goes on to get recommissioned and serves in the Navy until 2015. I mean, playing Battleship against America's gotta suck, right? Like, haha, I've sunk your frigate, and America's like, first of all, no you didn't. Second of all, fuck your entire Navy as it picks up your board and just throws it at the wall. So in conclusion, if you do ever find yourself being the leader of a foreign nation one day, the best advice that I can possibly give you is A, do whatever you can to not raise gas prices, and B, whatever you do not fuck with America's boats. We do not like that shit. Thank you for watching. Best way to support the channel is like, comment, subscribe, maybe go buy some merch at thefatelectrician.com. Quack, bang, out.
His comments at the end are comical too. Not all the time. He doesn't do them all the time. No, he didn't on this one. But he has comments at the end of it. At the end of some of these videos is just absolutely hysterical. But yeah, the boat was just basically 20 minutes, half an hour from my house. And I do know people that worked on that boat doing it. I had a friend of mine's father was an electrician at Bath Iron Works when that boat come in, and they redid it. Okay, where is the U-boat one? It is. The music is... Yes, it is the same exact... He just uses like the intro and the outro to the song. I use the whole song. I do believe it is this one right here. Nope, it is not. Is it this one? Nope. This one. That's what he uses there at the beginning of the video. And then he goes to here and uses this section. Nope, right here. Yeah, he doesn't use any of the lyrics. He just uses the intro and the outro on it. Kind of surprised me when I pulled this song up and I heard it, and I was watching him before I started using this song, this music, and it absolutely surprised the living daylights out of me. So, yeah, he uses that Nefix Go Down Swinging. Maybe I will do something like that if I do that. Start screaming and hollering at myself. You guys get a good chuckle out of that. I gotta get rid of some coffee. Give me a minute. probably is tariff coffee, Jeff. Consider it's Green Mountain, so they have to import the coffee beans. That'd drive the price of my coffee sky high. Oh yeah, he talks about the eggnog riot at a some training camp. Oh yeah, he talks about a veteran that against an HOA. HOA wound up getting screwed over bad. I'm trying to find. GBU-28, the penetrator bomb. That's what it was. I was trying to think of. Talks about that, how it's made out of a barrel from a howitzer. Talk about when they blew the whale up. I just out of curiosity, search his for U-boat. There it is. Grand Theft U-boat. That's what I was talking about right there. German U-boat. Yeah, stuck it in Chicago. You're right, man. That was in Chicago. So he talks about how that U-boat wound up in Chicago. He's got that channel plus this one here, the Fat Files. Talks about Arizona iced tea. Costco, Chick-fil-A. Coca-Cola, how they were originally using cocaine in the Coca-Cola. So as I said, this guy goes over a lot of history and facts that you really didn't know there was about. I said 3 hours, and it's 3.5 hours. So I guess I'm going to have to pull the plug here, everyone. Cash for Clunkers, what a scam. You are not shitting on that one. Where was it? Was it in this one? That one right there, yeah.
Okay, this is becoming a pattern at this point.
If you guys want to watch this, we can watch it. Then let me know if there's something you want to see. Like I said, he has 2 channels. He's got this one and the Fat Electrician. And, of course, there is some language. Being 11:30 at night, I don't think there's going to be too many kids up watching this, especially with school tomorrow. What does my schedule look for like this week? As of right now, I have no deliveries tomorrow for the main pellet sales. I have 0 deliveries, and I think the weather is going to be pretty shitty tomorrow, I think. Yeah, rain today. Rain from Monday. Afternoon rain and snow. Rain and snow showers. Tuesday doesn't look like I'm working either because of the snow. Let's see here. Crazy clouds. Light snow showers. Monday, snow showers. Monday night, snow rain. Tuesday, snow showers. So it doesn't look like I'll be doing much tomorrow or Tuesday. Tuesday bring Wednesday. It looks like the best of the week. Snowing at your house, Jeff? Okay. So yeah, it's gonna be within a few hours of here. Yeah, shut up, leave me alone. So what's it gonna look like in the morning? About 6 o'clock. That's what it looks like, about 6 a.m. So I'm going to be right on the... No, I have no problems hanging out with you guys, because as I said, right now, it doesn't look like I've got much going on. But the Fat Files is his other channel. So, I mean, this guy has a lot, and I mean a lot of history in his channel. The Fat Electrician is the one that he does a lot of the history on. He is part of this the Unsubscribed podcast. It's him, Habitual Line Crosser, Donut Operator. Bring it over on that there, but there's like 4 or 5 guys. Here we go. Podcast Brent, Double Tap, Brandon Herrera, Donut Operator, and the Fat Electrician. So there's 4 guys on this one. They bring people in and have interviews with them. Have any of you heard of a guy named JD DeLay? They brought in Demolition Ranch now that he's done with YouTube. That's where you've seen him before. Okay, yes. The Unsubscribed podcast, he's one of the members of it, yes. But he has his own channel. Just like every one of these guys has their own channel, but they all together do the Unsubscribed podcast. Okay, the guy named JD DeLay, he was, and I say was, a criminal, career criminal. Still can't believe Demo quit YouTube. Well, I understand Matt's position. It is a lot of work, and he's trying to raise his family, and there are just some people that do not know where to stop. So, I mean, Matt did a great job. YouTube, plus with YouTube's headache of their community guidelines with Demolition Ranch pretty much being non-monetized on them. All the effort, the videoing, the production, everything he's putting into that channel, because it contained firearms, they wouldn't monetize his channel. So I mean, the poor guy was working for basically nothing. Plus, he's got his veterinary clinic. He's trying to keep going. So yeah, it's. He had a whole bunch of stuff. I'm trying to see if they. I said JD Delays. JD Delay was a. Yes, it will. I'm subscribed to Demo's channel, all of Matt's channels. But this JD Delay was a career criminal, and he's now right here, changed his life. JD Delay 50. He was convicted of 58 felonies. He has now straightened his life out, and he's now a coach for other criminals to help them straighten their lives out. You saw that one with JD Delay, yeah. As I said, he definitely goes in depth on what happens to the pedos in prison, and he can't stand them himself. Saw that I commented on Steve Leto's yeah. Oh yeah. Try to see if we can't because he loves the qualified immunity. What is it? Some of the things that Steve really likes to highlight is qualified immunity. Shit. What else is there? A qualified immunity. HOAs. Oh, what's the other thing? Forfeiture. What the hell's the name of that forfeiture? I can't remember the forfeiture. About money. Civil asset forfeiture. There we go. Those are some of the big things Steve likes to cover in topics. Because I asked him about covering a story for a lady for a woman. She was in the Cumberland County Jail, pregnant. She went into labor, and by law, the two male guards had to step out of the room unless the doctors requested them in there. But they had to step out, but they didn't. They stayed right there, watched the entire birth. So she sued. Cops tried for qualified immunity. They were denied, and I think they wound up. I think Cumberland County settled for like $300,000 or something like that with her. Now, also to let you know, when I was talking about Far as the thing, try to. If you wanted to look up the land dispute on it that we had, this is it right here. You can look it up right there. Our court case actually was used in a U.S. Supreme Court case as well. So it's our case is, even though it was settled at the Maine Supreme Court, made it to the U.S. Supreme Court. I mean, I don't know how many pages it is. No longer available. My mother-in-law, I went to court with her and fought for it. So we I was lucky. My employer gave me like 500 yards of tailings from screening loom to block the road off. Trying to find where they talk about me in this. I was mentioned. I had to go on stand for her, on trial with her for court and all that, and it was just because of one word is what saved us. Heirs right there. Because the court, all the lower courts ruled against him, saying that the term heirs must be included in the deeds. Because I hauled in a whole bunch of material to block it off. But yeah, this is the Supreme Court of the state of Maine. I said this is the whole case for it. The arguments and the ruling and all that. See right here, this is the wording it had in there. Assigns to have a right-of-way across land belonging in Grantley Norley of Potter to Maine. That's all it said for the easement, instead of heirs and assigns with a description. Oh yeah, as I said, defendant's motion for summary judgment granted, which would be us. I think it was... I think it was all the way up. This was... Or was this the Superior Court? Okay, it was the Superior Court, not the Supreme Court. Superior Court, this is 2002. This started in, I think... Yeah, 2002. It was actually before that. But I think it wasn't until 2010. 2008 to 2010 is when it was finally settled at the Maine Supreme Court. I'm trying to find out when it was. See, supremecourt.gov. And it brought us, I do believe this is one of the cases that brought us in. Yeah, see? supremecourt.gov. That's the U.S. Supreme Court. Right there. Right here. 2010 is when it was, yeah, so it was 10 years that we were in and out of court on it. So we've been mentioned in several Supreme Court cases down in D.C. Did we have to go down there? No, they just reference to our case about it. Close. Oh man. But okay, I think we're gonna have to pull a plug here. But yeah, as I said, check this guy out, the Fat Electrician. He has a lot of good stuff. And his other channel is called The Fat Files. He talks about businesses. Waffle House, Burger King, Arizona Iced Tea, Coca-Cola. I mean, you see all the stuff. Starbucks. World's biggest unregulated bank, which is true. People buy Starbucks cards, put $100 on it, and they don't cash it in, so it's $100 for them. Spirit Halloween. So, all right, I'm gonna say we're gonna have to call it quits here. See, my most watched video right now is still that. All right, Jeff and Mana, I appreciate it. And everyone that's viewing that didn't jump into chat, please don't be bashful. Jump into chat. Sometimes we just have nights like this because, granted, the heating season's starting to drop off on us. And I might not be doing too many more live streams. I might just jump on Sundays and just chit-chat with you. And have a grand old time. Joking around. We'll look up things and whatever. Just have fun. So, all right. With that being said, everyone, we'll... I guess we'll have to end it here. So, stay safe, everyone. I will probably see you in the video tomorrow.